So I've spent the past couple of months being obsessed over staying consistent with my routine, consistent with my goals, and even consistent with my mindset. And here's what I realized: you can't reset your life without resetting the way that you think. Yes, you can build new habits. Yes, you can build a routine. Yes, you can create new goals. Yes, you can buy the best planner. If you're not able to build a new mindset to match your new goals, then the old mindset will continue to sabotage the goals and the routines that you're actively trying to create for yourself. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a few tips that I've learned about the top 1% mindset from people that I've admired, that I've studied, that I've learned, who are successful in different aspects of their lives. And I'm using what I've learned to think, act, and feel like the woman I'm becoming. So honestly, I'm not sharing this from a place of I've already had it figured out. I'm sharing this because I've lived it. 6 years ago, I moved to the US with one goal in mind, and that was to become a software engineer. And I'm sitting here with that goal accomplished only because I was able to reprogram and change my mindset over and over again based on the different journeys that I've went through and the different stages in life. As I share these tips, just know that I too am going on this journey alongside you, and I'm also learning and sharing what has helped me within the past couple of weeks. So let's jump into tip number 1. So tip number 1 is identity before action. Before I plan each week or plan my goals for the month, I always sit down and I look at the self that I am right now and the self that I want to be at the end of that month. Because if I plan for who I am right now, I'm just going to recreate the same results. If I plan for the same workout that I did last week, I'm going to create the same workout that I did this week. There's not much room for improvement there. The successful people that I've admired and researched don't make decisions based on who they are right now. They make decisions based off the version that they're becoming, the version of themselves that have already accomplished that goal. And this mindset shift has changed so much for me. And as I was writing this, the thought came to my mind to still be yourself. And as I'm going on my personal development journey, myself is evolving, it's changing, it's growing. So the self that I am right now is going to be different from the self that I am a couple weeks from now as I continue to grow. So being yourself is more about identifying the self that you want to be and how you can adapt to become closer towards that person. This is a continuous learning process for all of us. But the goal that you should always have in mind is to identify the person that you want to be and to slowly incorporate strategies and tips to become that person. Whether it's in fitness, career, or lifestyle, every goal that I set for the month, for the week, or for the day is set with the intention of helping me to become closer to the person that I want to be, not just the person that I am currently. And that's how you step into this 1% or best version of yourself mindset before your life starts to reflect it. So tip number 2 that I've learned is structure creates freedom. The reason why I've came to this is because when I just started these weekly reset videos, it felt like more work. It felt like taking on a lot more responsibilities and cramming them into the days that I barely have time to do what I already was doing at that time. But I realized that when I plan my week with intention, it actually frees up more time and it shows me spaces within my day where I'm actually wasting time. So it has been able to create a lot more freedom and a lot more time than I had even before I started. Now I have a lot more time to do everything that I set out for and actually have free time to watch a movie or read a book or even scroll on my phone. Once I understood this, my weekly routine stopped feeling like pressure and felt more enjoyable. I started feeling more happy. I started feeling more fulfilled because this structure and the system that I've created has allowed me to have a lot more freedom than I thought that I would have had when I just started. For example, yesterday I was driving home and I felt so fulfilled. I felt so happy, like genuinely happy, because one thing about me is like I love accomplishing my goals. I love ticking off things off my to-do list. I've replaced doom scrolling with ticking off tasks. So I was able to actually wake up, do my meditations, do my journal, go to Pilates, go drive to my work, get ready from work, be productive at work, drive home. And as I was driving home, I realized that I was able to get everything that I set out from the night before to accomplish that day done. And that just felt so fulfilling. When I came home, I actually had free time to socialize with my roommates and with my sisters and just chat and enjoy the evening. But that's how much structure has allowed me to have a lot more free time. And I would encourage you to do the same. If you have not seen my other video where I talk about setting systems and structures, definitely go and check it out. Tip number 3 is replacing motivation with momentum. See, the thing that I've realized is that motivation is emotional, but momentum is mechanical. Momentum goes even when you're not feeling motivated or you're not in the mood. As a matter of fact, when I have a system or momentum set up, I don't even think about my feelings anymore. I just get up and I go and I do what I have to do. Sometimes I wake up at 5:30, which is kind of a change in my schedule, but I don't even feel tired waking up anymore because I know that I'm waking up and I'm getting this thing that I do every morning done because of the momentum that I've created. Every morning I wake up, I do 30 minutes meditation, starting for the past couple of weeks, but it's now a momentum that I don't even think about feeling sleepy anymore or feeling tired when I wake up. I just know that I wake up and I get into this habit because these small actions build trust and this trust builds confidence. And the more you're able to use that momentum to get more done, the easier it is to apply this momentum to different areas of your life and even get more things done because this encourages you to continue growing and building your system and improving the person that you are. Don't rely on motivation. Motivation dwindles. Once upon a time, when I used to rely on motivation, I used to watch motivational videos, right? And every morning I would have to play a motivational video to get out of bed and to go to the gym. That was, looking back, I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Because that motivation that I had to depend on what it was external. Like on days where I forgot to play the video, I would find myself just laid up in bed not wanting to do anything, right? So momentum creates that internal motivation in a way. I don't necessarily feel like motivation is the right word, but that momentum creates the habit and the routine around doing these tasks instead of relying on that external motivation. All right, so let's jump into tip number 4, self-respect over external validation. This hit me hard. This one is close to my heart because every time I break a promise or a goal with myself, I realize that it programs my mind to think that my opinion or my promises or my goals does not matter. Every time I follow through with a goal, even when there's nobody watching, it gives me this sense of self-respect. And this has helped so much with imposter syndrome. I do have it. I do still have imposter syndrome as I grow in my career, other phases in life. But one thing that I've learned to overcome this is to have statistics or to have data. And what I mean by this is every time I set a goal for myself and I'm able to accomplish it, I use that as a statistics or a data to show that I am worthy, or I use that to respect myself a lot more. And once you respect yourself more, you'll realize that other people start to respect you a lot more. For example, I used to have terrible imposter syndrome at work. And how I navigate this was I'd go to my teammate and like, oh, can I help you with this? Oh, can I help you with this? Can I do this? Can I do this? And that was me trying to gain external validation. So once I'm able to accomplish something that I asked to help them with, I will feel a sense of purposefulness within my team, as opposed to setting goals for myself at the beginning of the week that work towards the overall goal of the team. And once I'm able to accomplish that, I feel that sense of respect within myself. And my teammates also can see that I'm able to achieve these goals that align with the goal of the team, and they also start to respect you as well. So instead of jumping around and figuring out a way to allow other people to validate and respect you, you can start by setting up small goals and achieving those goals and using that to respect yourself and allowing that self-respect to fester in the other areas of your life. I know I feel like I'm rambling, but I hope this makes sense because it has absolutely changed the way that I view myself and the way that I view navigating any space. I use statistics to encourage myself that I'm actually getting work done, as opposed to feeling like I'm not adding any value. Because one thing I've learned from understanding successful people is that they don't seek external validation. They have a sense of pride within themselves through statistics. if they're able to become successful in a business, they have that business as statistics to prove to themselves that yes, even if I drop down to the bottom, I have the stats to prove that I'm able to build back up and become that person that I was before. And that creates a level of self-respect, a level of confidence that no amount of external validation can give to you. So yes, use stats in everything. If you want me to go a little bit more into this or share other videos on this, definitely let me know in the comment section as well. And let's move on to tip number 5, which is to surround yourself with growth-minded people, aka mentorships and environments. One of the biggest shifts that I've learned this year, and I feel like I've been learning it over and over and over again, is that I can't grow in isolation. Strategies, routines can help you so far, but once you have mentors and you have the right environment set up, this can take you to a next level. For example, a lot of successful people, or even your managers or people higher in a position, are sometimes there because of experience. But what if you're able to use someone else's experience to expedite your growth? That can allow you to grow even faster than you would have grown by yourself. Having someone to not hold your hand, but having someone to guide you in the right path can allow you to accomplish your goals and to get you on the path that you want to get. Because one thing that I've learned about successful people as well is that they surround themselves with people that challenge them, that encourage them to grow, to think bigger, to act better, and hold them accountable. So for me personally, I've aimed to surround myself with people who are on this area in every single section that I'm trying to grow in. So one of the areas that I'm trying to grow in is in my career. And what I've done is reach out to people that are at a level that I would like to be one day, and just kind of just having a conversation with them. But over time, the intention is to be able to allow them to share tips with me and share what they're learning and what they've learned with me. And I can apply that to myself to grow a little bit faster. I do the same in Toastmasters. If you've watched my previous video, I share with you that one thing that I really want to work on is my public speaking skill. And in Toastmaster, I also have a mentor that helps me to write my speeches properly, or to structure my speeches properly, or to help me identify the flaws in the way that I talk. Another area is any business venture that I'm going into. I get mentors in those areas to kind of guide me along the way as well. So mentorship, really important, and it also allows you to surround yourself with people that are like-minded. Joining clubs, joining organization, socializing event like Pilates, you might meet people at Pilates, you might meet people at the gym. Wherever you go, try to find people or use that environment to encourage you to become that version of yourself. So I was once, like a couple months ago, I was just locked in my room and didn't go anywhere but gym. And with the goals that I've set up for myself, I'm slowly building my network, which is crazy to think because I'm so introverted. But I'm seeing the potential to grow more and to meet more people and to expand my network and to expand my mentorship. And I'm super excited about that, to be honest. And I would 100% encourage you to get mentors, find like-minded people in any aspect, that, especially those that you're struggling in. Find someone that is doing better than you and allow them to teach you what they can, if they can, or just be around them to just suck up some of that momentum or learn what you can. But yes. Alright, so let's move on to tip number 6, which is the becoming loop. So here's a secret. You don't become the best version of yourself overnight. You actually act like her till you slowly become her. You become her by small actions, small tasks that you do each week, by setting goals, putting them into your routine and accomplishing those goals. And every time you do that, you build self-respect, you build momentum, you build a system, and you become closer and closer towards becoming that best version of yourself. So you keep showing up until your actions reflect the identity that you have in your head. Until one day, you wake up and you realize that you are already her. Like, you are that person that you wanted to become. And for a lot of us, a couple years ago, the person that we are right now is someone that we aspire to be a couple years ago. Which means that with these same habits and these same desires to improve ourselves, there's a guarantee, or almost a guarantee, that we can become the version of ourselves that we identify in our heads. So if you're on your growth era and you're looking to become the better version of yourself or the best version of yourself, I definitely encourage you to subscribe to this channel, because we are going on this journey together. I'm documenting everything that I'm learning, everything that I'm doing, with the hopes that this can one day help someone else So thank you so much for watching this video. Check out my other videos and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.